Today, from St. Louis, Missouri, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's St. Louis taking on the Brooklyn Bulls.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Bulls and our home team. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. On first down, Everett firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Looking to throw on second down. Everett. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick six. So dealing with this deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Craig.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Craig. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll look to throw again. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw on second down, Everett. Pressure comes and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Throwing on third and long. Everett finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? He'll look to throw.
On a slant, here's Collins.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Everett over the middle. It's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. On 1st and 10, Everett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun. Everett throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Everett. He finds his man. Complete. It's Powers.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Looking to throw. Everett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw. Everett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down now, it's Curtis, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll run on first down. It's Curtis, and not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle they go. Curtis, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Everett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Everett. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Everett. He finds his man, complete. It's Blair. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Curtis. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. It's Collins.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Another one caught by Collins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Craig.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Dukes.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Curtis. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to him on first down. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulldogs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. That time, a 9-play drive. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Everett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Everett. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Everett.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
On 1st down, Everett looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Everett. And that one his first incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Everett. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back to throw, Everett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Panthers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Off play action. Everett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Everett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Everett firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Everett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Everett. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw on 2nd down, Everett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. Curtis. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Curtis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right at the 35. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
He finds his man complete. It's Phillips.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Second and 10.
Off the play fake. Everett. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set, before you begin your cadence.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blair. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Everett. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Curtis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blair. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 3rd down, Blair. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Everett. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Everett. He finds his man. Complete. That's Powers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Everett. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. 2nd and 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Everett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man. Complete. It's Phillips. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Everett. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4.
And they've got this down to about the line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Everett down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 3rd down, it's Curtis, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Dukes. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Oliver.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Working with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Curtis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down now, it's Blair. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the gun on 3rd down, Everett. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 80 seconds remaining. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Curtis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down. And that's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for our visitors,
they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the home team here,
it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.